the start by 140 kilometers. Oops.
After an incredible few days in Cabo Vírgenes with the penguins, guanacos and other creatures, and a warm reception from the Argentine Navy personnel, who made sure my stay here was as comfortable as possible in the harsh conditions, it is time to leave this arid and desolate place and take the road to another place that I have heard so much about and that is a must-see attraction on Ruta 40 North. So, let's get the bike ready and head west to our next destination. In Calafate is almost 500 kilometers from Rio Gallegos and takes its name from the small bush known as Calafate, a common plant found in southern Patagonia. This shrub has a very appetizing fruit, similar in appearance to a blackcurrant or cranberry, and is used in the preparation of sweets and desserts. According to local legend, whoever eats the Calafate berries will come back for more. But in reality, if it were not for the adverse and hostile climate here, you would never want to leave this place. Upon arriving in this quaint bohemian town, a quick visit to the visitor centre is highly recommended, if only for the view of the city from above and its surroundings. The sculpture next to the visitor centre is there to represent the mountains surrounding the settlement, but after seeing the prices here, I'm starting to think it's more representative of my budget. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. After a brief tour of the city, it was time to make a stop at the obligatory Instagram-worthy sign, prevalent in most Argentinian tourist destinations. And although I waited in line for the chance to capture this memorable moment alone, there's always someone, or in this case a dog, who wants to share the spotlight. Well, I think it's time for some Photoshop. Leaving the town, I headed southwest and climbed into the folds of the surrounding mountains. Rising over 1,000 meters behind El Calafate, and with magnificent views of Lago Argentino and its incredibly vibrant glacial waters. The road to the beautiful Lago Roca camp is just over 50 kilometers from El Chaltén, along gravel roads and through a relatively arid landscape, interspersed with colours of flowering plants and shrubs and brightly painted man-made structures. Unfortunately, most of the photos and videos from the camp were lost in a tragic SD card incident. But at the end of the video, there are still some surprising encounters with some locals, so stay tuned. After a rather cold night, I woke up to the most magnificent view from camp. The sun came out, the air was fresh and vibrant, the perfect day to visit the Perito Moreno Glacier. Arriving at the entrance to the national park, I was greeted and attended to by some very enthusiastic young women at the reception.
Thank you.
Entrance to the park costs approximately $25 for non-national tourists and $8 for Argentine citizens. But always check the latest information before visiting. I've put a link for information of the park in the description of this video. Once a small misunderstanding about the entrance fee was resolved, I set out to experience the glacier firsthand, and oh, what an incredible experience it was. There are certain things in this world that can't be explained unless you've been there, and for me, this is one of the highlights of my trip to Argentina so far. The immensity of this constantly moving glacier is impressive, but just seeing it is not what makes the experience here so unique. It's the smell of the ice and the surrounding vegetation, the frigidity of the air, the palpable expectation that at any given moment the ice floe will sink a large part of its impressive wall, more than 70 meters high, into the turquoise waters of the Lake Argentino. This process is called calving and has nothing to do with cows. The Perito Moreno Glacier, located in Los Glaciares National Park in the Argentine province of Santa Cruz, is one of the most notable natural wonders in the world. Named after explorer Francisco Moreno since 1899, this glacier is both a major tourist attraction and a fundamental subject of scientific study due to its unique dynamic behavior. Basically, both boffins and tourists are fascinated by this place.
The thing is, you can hear the cracks and the grumbles and the groans of the glacier as it's moving forward, and I hope that I'll be able to get to see some parts falling off. It's exciting. Let's see if we can't record some of this.
My advice if you want to visit this beautiful place is to arrive as early as possible. Before the tourist buses arrive, and see how the morning light dances and plays with the contours and textures of the ice, without having too many people around you. In any case, a full day in Los Glaciares Park will revive your respect for the power of nature and will feed your soul. And finally, the day comes to continue along La Ruta 40 and say goodbye to camping Lago Roca. My stay here has been sublime, both for the warm welcome and the help of the campsite staff, the perfection of its location, and the visit to the imposing Perito Moreno Glacier. but the place won't let me leave without a couple of surprises yet. The encounter with Patagonian nature has not ended. Until the next chapter.
Yeah, how often are you going to see a skunk?